On Friday night, Russell Wilson appeared on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon for the first time in his career. The 6-minute segment was full of moments that underscored how excruciatingly long we're going to have to endure an off-season of celebrity couple moments with Ciara, his infatuation with baseball, swirling trade rumors, and expectations of becoming the highest-paid quarterback in the NFL. Wilson first touched on the popularity and the growth of American football in Brazil, as well as his trip to Carnival, which he described as Coachella ×10. Next, he discussed joining the Yankees for spring training, and anytime I hear he's putting on a Yankees uniform I can't help but wonder who is on the Venn diagram of Seahawks fans who cross over as Yankees fans. Congrats to the dozen of you who fall perfectly into that cross-section of sports fans, but understand there are at least 1,000% more of us who get an unsettled feeling in our stomach similar to seeing the continued existence of the Oklahoma City Thunder. Seahawks fans will remember back to last offseason when we couldn't go a week without hearing how Earl Thomas would be leaving for the Cowboys. This year, it's beginning to look like an entire offseason of speculation about Russell Wilson joining the New York Giants. Fallon asked him about the rumor. "I'm not sure if the Seahawks are going to let me get away," said Wilson. "I love Seattle and Seattle is a special place. Let this sink in." In just the past few weeks, Wilson has been to Brazil for Carnival, was caught up in a rumor that his wife would prefer to be in New York, and is now attending spring training with the Yankees. How long again until the 2019 season starts? The fact that Wilson is going into his final year of his contract, at least we have months of speculation to look forward to Wilson's next contract extension. Fallon pointed out that Wilson has the possibility to become the highest-paid quarterback in the history of the league with his contract negotiations. "There's a great potential of that," said Wilson. "We'll see what happens." After Wilson talked about his goal of playing 10 to 15 more years, Fallon said becoming the highest-paid quarterback would be a good way to get back at everyone who said he was too short to play the position. "It would be fun," said Wilson. Another great interaction to help cue a week worth of sports talk radio about whether Wilson deserves to be the highest-paid quarterback, if the Seahawks truly use him in a way that takes advantage of his value, and I'm sure a continued debate of the merits of running the ball versus passing for good measure. Of course, as Seahawks fans, we don't care as much about the interview, right? We want to see Russell Wilson throw the football like we do every Sunday. But instead of throwing to his typical wideouts, Fallon was throwing objects into the air for Russell to hit. It's the most football we've seen from Wilson since the Pro Bowl skills showdown. And yes, I'm aware an actual exhibition game is played after the skills competitions. For those keeping track of his stats, he was 2 of 3 when throwing at the plates with targets on them, 1 for 1 when throwing directly at Fallon's head, 0 for 1 on the Jell-O, 0 for 1 on the Lego house, 1 for 1 to the cake, before finishing by knocking a milkshake out of the outstretched hand of one of the band members. Statistically, I'm not actually sure how to count the Jell-O, since it separated from the plate when Fallon tossed it into the air. It can't be 2 misses unless Wilson is expected to throw 2 footballs in that short amount of time. Maybe it's just 1 miss and we create a separate category like we have for catchable passes. Did I mention it's already feeling like a long off season?